What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today I'm going to focus in on Jagr signing a one-year deal with the New Jersey Devils. Financial terms weren't disclosed, but I'm sure it's between $3 and $4 million. It is what it is. I mean, the Devils really lost two key components in their top six. Obviously with David Clarkson signing with the Leafs, and then Ilya Kovalchuk taking his talents to back to the KHL. You're really in a tough position, and you got to do what's best for your team. And I guess it'll be it's gonna be an interesting experience. I mean, sign a Close, sign a Ryder, now with Jagr and the team. The tempo is going to be, really slow. There isn't going to be a running gun off. Not that the Devils ever played that way, but you look at the player there collectively, the players that collectively replace him. Obviously, Clarkson's not the fastest guy, but I mean, Kovalchuk's an explosive player, one of the most explosive players the last 10 years, or probably the last 15 years in the NHL. And there's heavy shoes to fill there. And after the way Jagr really struggled at times to play us, he's 41 years old. I mean, this is the guy that won the Stanley Cup, 3 months before I was born. Yeah, 4 months. June of '91. So that's 1 October. So, it's. I don't fault the Devils for doing this. They got to do something because they've almost got too good of a team to just tank it. That and they don't have a first-round pick next year, so I think they'd rather finish ninth and miss the playoffs than get a lottery pick and not be able to draft anyone because of the Kovalchuk fiasco. Which A, they were screwed on, and B, I think Bettman should maybe give them that pick back or whatever. But it's definitely a tough deal. But I think Jagr is a low-risk signing. I mean, I know that giving anyone $3.5 to $4 million when you're in bankruptcy court, when you're just outside of bankruptcy court, excuse me, I'm not going to accuse the Devils of being in Phoenix Coyotes territory yet, but, financial reports the last couple of years haven't been too good. I mean, do I think they'll rectify the situation? Yes, but, you can't spend money you don't have, unless you're, the U.S. government, which is a different story. I want to wait and see with this. I thought Stars. I mean, worst case scenario, you trade him, you get a B-list prospect, a minor league fourth liner type, and a first-round pick for him. So, I mean, that's what the Dallas Stars got for from the Bruins. So, I think the Devils can look at that and say, you know what, we don't have a pick next year. Maybe we can, if he plays well and we're falling out of it, we can parlay him into a first-round pick. I mean, is there a team dumb enough to trade a first-round pick for Jaromir Jagr? Boston Bruins did, so you never know. But it's an intriguing situation. I'm curious to see how it develops. I mean, this is a guy that obviously played in the New York metropolitan area with the Rangers for 3-4 years there, and I think he's familiar with the area, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Jaromir Jagr signing with the New Jersey Devils. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.